All right, so let's try to get an update here because they dated 3 years ago and she broke up with him because she thought he wasn't over a previous relationship and then she wanted to get back together with him and stuff. So what's happened?
Anna told us that she dated this guy named Miles 3 years ago and she really, really liked him, but she dumped him because she didn't think he was over a previous relationship. Now, here's the catch. It's not just an ex. The first person he dated, she is the first person he dated after his fiancée passed away. And it had been a year since her death, but she didn't want to be the buffer relationship as he got back into the dating world because she really liked him and wanted something serious. And she could tell that he still wasn't over the death of his fiancée and he wasn't really ready to fall in love. So she broke up with him. It's been 3 years. He's dated others. She can't stop thinking about him, so she wanted our help seeing if he'd meet up for a drink with her. Tommy reached out to Miles, and he agreed. But here's the thing. Miles listens to the show, and so he heard the whole segment. He heard everything, and he hit her up, Anna, independently of us and said, you know what? Let's not even get a drink. Let's get dinner. We're going to go to this restaurant on Friday that neither of them had ever been to again since they broke up. Anna never went there because it reminded her of him, and he had just never been there again. So they're revisiting this place that they used to go to on dates together on Friday. And that's where we left it. Bum, bum, bum.
Kristen's got the email update. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? It's Monday. We need good. We need good.
Bert Show. We had dinner on Friday night. It was quite an interesting night. And I'm still feeling a bit disappointed.
Oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was really great to see him and catch up. Unfortunately, my hopes for rekindling a relationship is not going to happen. He has a lot more baggage now than he had before.
Okay, what is baggage?
I'm still a bit shocked and trying to process it. Sometime over the last 3 years, he ended up in a relationship, but only very briefly. Well, that relationship has given him a child. Okay, I hope we're not referring to the child as baggage.
We might read on. You might. Maybe that's the kid's name.
Baggage?
Baggage.
You don't know?
Okay.
Okay. And maybe it's short for something.
Uh-huh. He was hesitant to tell me. I'm not sure why. So he has a son that is about a year old.
Baggage.
He doesn't live with him, but he does co-parent with this other woman. That's all a good thing. After talking about the entire situation with him, it seems to me that this relationship also didn't work out because he can't seem to get past the loss of his fiancée. It's been years, and he still doesn't seem any more ready to date now than he was then. So I left our dinner feeling really sad for him and disappointed for me. I think the best thing to do would be to maintain a friendship with him. I like to show him support when I can. However, a relationship just doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen.
Okay, so
we're not, the baggage was not the child.
It wasn't only the child.
The baggage was not the child. It was the fact that he doesn't seem over his deceased fiance.
I think she has to text the dude immediately and go, I just want to let you know that this isn't about your son baggage.
You guys, it's a French name. It's pronounced bagage.
Oh, makes total sense.
There it is.
So if he hits her back, right, which he's going to do, and say, hey, had a fantastic time. When can we hang out again? Does she go the honest route and
Yes.
3 years later say to him, like, you're still not over?
I wouldn't go that honest. No, I wouldn't tell him that because it's not for you to determine when somebody should get over something, especially when it comes to grief. So I would just be like, listen, it was great to catch up and to see you, but I don't think there's a relationship in the books for us.
I would
in
be
the
so
stars
mad.
for us.
I would be so mad if I was this guy.
Why?
Because you told me I wasn't over it the first time.
Yeah.
And you didn't give me an option in that. And then now, okay, fine, I have to get over it. And then you come back in my life later down the line. I was minding my business. And you pretty much come back in to tell me again, oh, you're still not over it again and leave again?
It was me, my ex, and bagage, and we were doing fine.
Minding our business.
Listen, I'm going to have his back here because people handle grief differently. And there are some people who are going to say, I'm not over the death of my dad. Well, newsflash, I'm never going to be over the death of my dad. Like, this is something that you carry with you forever. Somebody he loved that he was supposed to marry died. And so if you have a healthy relationship with grief, that person, you're still going to honor them. You're still going to remember them. Now, we have to figure out, like, what is the definition of not over it for her? If he even brings her up once, is that not over it to her? Or does he just have a healthy relationship with grief, and that, you know, yeah, she's always going to be a part of his life in some capacity. Some people may not be comfortable with that, and maybe that's on her, not on him.
So if he presses her on it and she gives him the generic answer like you gave at first, like, hey, you know what? I'm just not feeling it. And he says, what do you mean you're not feeling it? And presses her. Then does she give him 100% honesty or stay away from it at all costs?
I mean, she can, but I feel like she has to sit back, and there has to be some self-awareness that maybe this is more you than it is him.
That's how I would take it if I were him. I do think it's because some people, like you said, they just can't handle it. They can't handle someone still mourning someone, and that's okay. But don't try to make it seem like the person isn't over them because you can't handle the situation.
Thank you.
The Bert Show.
So first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get the Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.